Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Expect to Win Experience Talk Show, the talk show where we profile student athletes and we have pros come on and give them words of encouragement. I am Coach. I am your host, and things may look a little different tonight because we're not going to have our regular show tonight. We are going to have a very special Super Bowl edition. Yes, we are still celebrating the Super Bowl, the victory of the uh, world champion LA Rams, since we are from Los Angeles. We still celebrating. We're gonna be celebrating all year. We'll be celebrating to the next Super Bowl. But we're gonna have a very special show tonight, and so I want you to tell someone to tune in to the Expect to Win experience live here on Expect to Win TV, and please take a moment, subscribe, and all of that. Share it. Tell someone. And if you are a student athlete or you know of a student athlete that you would like profiled on the show, reach out to us and you can follow us at ETW at Expect to Win Show on Instagram, Expect to Win Show on Twitter, and also the Expect to Win Show on Facebook. So send us a message. We'd love to get your student athlete on the show. So right now we're going to um, share with you from Super Bowl week the Expect to Win Experience talk show. All right, everybody, welcome to the Super Bowl edition of the Expect to Win Experience talk show. And we are honored to have our first guest today, Mr. Bradley Bozeman of the Baltimore Ravens. And as you guys can see, he's about 4 times the size of me. So I'm going to get up on my chair so I don't look awkward. But Bradley, thank you, man.
Absolutely.
For stopping by to win today. You in town for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, we are. We're here for the NFL honors tonight, and then the Super Bowl on Sunday. So
awesome.
Me and my wife are here, so we're excited about it. It's gonna be a good time. So.
Awesome, man. Well, our talk show, Expect to Win Experience, is about student athletes. We promote student athletes, and so. How long? I'm pretty sure you played football all your life. When did you start? What motivated you to keep going? Except being as big as you are, you probably couldn't do anything else but play football and hurt people. But what was it? When did you start?
I started probably at the age of 6. My brother, my dad, everyone kind of in my family played football. It was kind of expected to play football. Like 6th grade, I was 6 foot tall, 260 pounds. So I was always a big kid. Love playing, love everything about the sport, love the camaraderie. Going out there and go together. That's where I started. Always my brother's 7 years older than me, so me and him were always going back and forth at things. And he was big bro, and try to run me kind of to the ground, but eventually just trying to keep up and trying to the edge, I think really propelled me into where I am today. So it was a great. It's always great to compete and to try to make sure that you're trying to be at the top of whatever you're trying to do.
Right. What college did you attend?
University of Alabama. 5 years. I sat for 3. I had to get my turn. But it was my dream to go to the University of Alabama. That was my passion, my goal in life. NFL wasn't even really on the radar. It was Alabama for me. Right. I grew up in Alabama, so teams down there. So that was my dream, my goal. But I had to wait my turn, and I started my last 2 years at center. It was just such a great place, great experience, and I think it really showed me a lot of lessons in life.
Right. How was that? You said you had to wait, because we get a lot of kids, a lot of football players on the show. Everybody wants to go D1, but they don't. I don't think they really realize sometimes you can be the greatest in high school, and when you get to college, you may have to sit and wait 2 or 3 years before you get an opportunity.
Absolutely. I feel like on every stage, for whether like you start in high school, you start as a freshman, and you work your way up, and you're the big dog on campus, and then you move to college, and now you're the little guy again. You got to work yourself back up to that big guy status, and then the same thing when you leave college and go to the NFL, you're back to the low man on the totem pole. So it's about work, it's about grinding, it's about getting in the day to day and making sure that you're prospering forward and you're trying to make the best of every single situation. Don't ever think that this game owes you anything, because it owes you nothing. This game will be here with you or without you. So you put everything you can into it, and then you'll get out what you put in.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Bradley, what does expect to win mean to you?
You expect to win. You go and you prepare. You get ready, and then whenever once the hay's in the barn, once you've done all the preparation, you've done all the film watching, you've done everything, you go out there, and it's expected. It's expected that all the work you've put in previously is going to win that game.
Awesome. When sharing with you earlier, we are going to expect to win. Where I got the idea, I went to hear Pete Carroll give a speech, and he said that if you give it your all, you can always expect to win. And the light bulb came on. And I said that, and that's how we can apply that to life. If you leave it all on the field, you leave it all in the classroom, for all you young people, you give it your all, you can always expect to win. It's not about coming in first. It's about you knowing you've given it your all. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's actually a lesson that goes back personally, something that I took very seriously as a kid. This was Pee Wee football, so not even anything really competitive yet. And we played like our city rival. We lost by a couple touchdowns. I'm upset. Man, he goes, son, if you can go home at night and look in the mirror and say you gave your absolute best, you got nothing to be ashamed of. And I've lived my entire motto of life by that. That's been ever since that moment. That's how I've lived my life, is just putting everything you can into it, and then whatever happens, wherever the chips fall, I'll be happy with it.
Well, I'm convinced once we make $1 million, Bradley, you're gonna be our official spokesman. If we can pay you $1 million,
that sounds great.
To be our official, that's what we're all about. That's what we're all about. So Bradley, man, I want to thank you for stopping by. I know we don't have anything to fit you, but you can pick something for your beautiful wife or whoever you want, but give me your information, and we're gonna get you expect to win shirt or whatever. And if we can just get a picture of you holding it up, something,
absolutely,
that'd be great.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Baltimore Ravens, look, I want y'all to see how big he is. Look, my grandson plays football playing the big. You see this ball? Oh, thank you,
awesome.
Thank you, Bradley.
Absolutely, thank you.
All right, welcome to the Expect to Win experience, and we are here at the Men's Gifting Suite Super Bowl week here in Los Angeles, and we are here with the one and only DJ Damage.
That's right, DJ and host, Hollywood Unlocked, worked at iHeartRadio for the past 5 years, worked at Radio 1, BET 106 in Park, also on TV.
Okay.
So, a little bit.
I know you get told you look like the kid that was on the Steve Harvey show.
I get that a lot. I am not Marilyn Santana.
You are like, wow. They say we all have a twin, so you have to be it. So, man, I always wonder about DJs and what is it that you guys feel something that you know how to make the crowd rock, because you can play music and play music, but DJs know how to do it. Is that something you born with, or you learn how to do it?
No, I think you can learn how to do it. I mean, first you have to love music first and foremost. So I think we're all DJs, you know, and I think we all start by DJing for ourselves.
Okay.
So you probably, when you wake up, you play your favorite tune, or when you get in the shower, you play your favorite song. That's you becoming a DJ. You just DJing for yourself.
Okay.
And with those personal experiences, you go, man, I want to help other people share these experiences that I have. And you start playing music for people. And you start figuring out how putting certain vibes together to create that energy you want, you know?
Right.
So I think we're all DJs in our heart if you love music. I think anybody can be a DJ. You can definitely learn it. There's some technicality to it that I think sometimes it is God-given. But I think it starts with just the love of music, man.
I'm one of those people. I love music, and I actually paint. I paint the music. I'm an abstract artist. So what I do, what I feel, not what I hear. I don't even listen to what the words or anything. It's just whatever it makes me feel. So have you ever been in a situation where, you know, somebody brought you in that the crowd was dead and you came in there and it's like automatically you just got the crowd hyped?
All the time. You know where I learned that at? I learned from being the guy that DJ for the empty crowd. You know, when I first started, I always had the empty crowd. You know, you have like the cookouts or whatever, it was just a few people scraggling. You had to figure out how to get their energy up.
Right.
So I feel like, you know, a lot of times you learn a lot of great things when you're on the come up. When you feel like you're failing, you learn a lot of good techniques. And I feel when a crowd is dead, I'm used to dead crowds because I used to always have to open for DJs or whatever.
Right.
So I had the skill to do that. Some people walk in and they always got the energy already high. But what do you do when that energy dies? You have to be back and revive it. And that's really what DJing is.
Right. Well, tell me this thing, DJ Damage. What does the win mean to you? Because you kind of summed it up right there. But
Well, I think expect to win to me, personally, I think it's just confidence in yourself, man. You know, I feel like a lot of times we kind of condition, especially as black men, we expect to lose. You know, I think expecting to win to me sounds like, you know, just having that confidence within yourself, even when you feel like you're not confident, you know? Really putting your best foot forward, you know, waking up like, yo, I expect to do something great today. I expect to do something powerful. I expect to change the world. And it sounds like an affirmation to me.
Right. Our show is about encouraging student athletes, and they're the stars of the show. Be it DJing, football, basketball, whatever. There are some general to being successful. And what would you say to a student athlete as a DJ? I mean, they look into you when they come out, whatever, but I don't think, you know, it's not all about a party, just one big party.
It ain't. So some general rules to success, man. Know when to follow and know when to lead. But especially, you can never be a leader if you never learned how to follow. I'm in a place to be a student, and you need to really soak that time in, because that's it's a pivotal moment in your life to be a student. And become a master, you're always craving to be a student again. You know, if you look at Kung Fu masters, you know, they get a different degree of black belt. They'll find another leader to teach them another degree of the craft. You're never past learning. You never past that point. So just knowing when to follow and knowing when to lead. You know what I'm saying? I think it's really to humble yourself and knowing like, yo, at certain points, I'm going to have to know when to follow. Right.
Man, where did that come from in you? I mean, you seem grounded, you know, who was your inspiration?
I think it's the way I came up. I grew up in a nation of Islam.
Okay.
And then from there, my mom put me in boarding school. So I think it's just always having a community around me of real leaders and people to look up to.
Right.
And I think sometimes us as young, we grow up in environments where we don't know who to follow.
Yeah.
And sometimes we follow the wrong path, we follow the wrong people. But I think I had just a solid foundation from young of people that I look up to that are responsible like that I felt comfortable with following.
Right, wow. Well, DJ Damage, man, thank you for stopping by. Expect to win.
Yes,
help
expect
yourself
to win.
we want to get a picture and help yourself. You get one. You know?
Don't expect the ball.
Expect one.
Expect one.
But man, we are honored to have you stop by here Super Bowl week. You got any predictions for the Super Bowl?
Man, my Eagles ain't in it, but I want the Rams to go, man. I've been here 9 years in LA, and I would love to see the hometown take a W.
All right. You heard it here. DJ Damage, LA Rams, Cincinnati Bengals, Super Bowl week in LA. We got the man with us. Thank you for watching. Bless you, man.
Appreciate you.
Expect to win, always. All right, everybody, welcome. Expect to Win Experience Talk Show. We are here with our special Super Bowl week edition here in Los Angeles, and we are with a world champion, world-class athlete, and former San Diego Charger, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Whole bunch of stuff.
Mr. Tyree Washington, right?
Yes, Tyree Washington.
Tyree Washington. Yeah, it's hot out here, so if I mess up on somebody's name, it's not intentional. I'm sitting directly under the sun.
He hot, I'm hot. Shit, I got a sweat on. I got a sweater on. I'm hot. Shit.
So, welcome, man. Thank you for stopping by. Expect to win. Why don't you tell us about what you got going on and why you out here and, tell people about who you are.
Well, I'm out here supporting like Mama Cheryl. I call her Mama Cheryl.
Yeah.
We go way back, and so I mean, for me, it's just coming out here just to be able to check out the vendors and meet people, network, and I'd also do let them know about myself and what I've been doing. Out right now called Against All Odds, and I've been working on my documentary / TV drama series for like about a year now. So I mean, we're going to get a film director and push it out to everybody. I was part of the biggest doping scandal in U.S. history. World championship gold medals in my world record because my teammate was doping, and one of them committed suicide. The other one got banned for life.
Wow.
So I got a lot of stuff in the works. I got a children's book I'm gonna do for asthma. And that's gonna go along with my nonprofit Athletes vs. Asthma. So
let's touch on that for a minute. You said you lost 3 gold medals.
I lost 4 world championship gold medals in my world record because my teammates were doping.
Wow.
Yeah. So
how did it affect you? Obviously, it hit the team hard.
I mean, unfortunately, the unfortunate sport of track and field it's not all a clean sport. But I mean, I know sport really is.
Right.
But I mean, I knew my late coach, he was like my pops. He told me that, hey, when you get into a race, I mean, you have to realize that probably like maybe 3, 4, 5 of the athletes, they're gonna be dirty. So I went in having the mentality that I was Rocky Balboa and they was Ivan Drago. So I got to just take them out while they on the juice because they was only good as the juice. So I know once I beat them, they was done. They was retiring, and that was my whole goal, was retiring.
Wow. You hear about those stories, and I think probably the first come to my mind is Marion Jones.
Yep, I knew
and how Marion Jones was like,
she was everything. She was Miss Track and Field.
Right. How does that make you feel, or someone feel, that you're working all your life, to get to this place, to get to this moment, and now you get penalized for what somebody else did?
Well, I think it's an act of betrayal. Because I mean, when you're on a team, you rely on these teammates to make sure they put the right things in their body so they don't test positive for any banned substance.
Right.
So when it goes down and you start losing medals, it's just like it's that trust has been broken. That umbilical cord has been cut.
Right.
And so for me, it just hit hard because one of my teammates that tested positive and that was banned for life, he was my best friend. But the kicker to me is that none of these athletes needed it. They were already spectacular. I mean, God already blessed them with this ability to be a top-notch athlete, so they didn't even need it. But the problems we have with most people, and that's not just in athletics, but it's in corporate America, you get too greedy.
Yeah.
When you get too greedy, that's when you fall down.
Right.
And most of the time you stay down.
I had a friend tell me once, greed on any level is never good. It's never good. Be it food, money, power, whatever. It's never good.
Never.
Wow. Talk about teamwork, because our show is about student athletes, and I think, and one of our guests said, you will never learn how to be a good leader until you be a good follower.
No, it's true. I mean, there's no. I mean, you probably heard this saying before. There's no I in team.
Right.
I mean, nobody womb and become a world champion. They become an NFL athlete, a Major League Baseball player, a WNBA player, NBA player.
Right.
They don't have. There's people that come along the way to help you. So we each, everybody needs somebody.
Right.
So part of being that team, part of having that strong nucleus, is making sure that you lifting up your family, right, mentally and physically. That's what's important, that you hold them accountable.
Yeah.
And then you can't. And this is another thing that you and I talk about this time, I'm a speaker, is that you can't be around yes people. Yes people will get you messed up. Yes people will get you killed.
All the time.
You want somebody to get in your face that's going to tell you the right thing in love and put you on the right path because they want you to be better in life.
Right.
So my late pops, he told me this. He said, everything you do in life is better. Everything you do, it's always
like
or better.
that.
You always find a way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you don't find that way, you start hanging around the wrong people. You going down the wrong road. It's like you may end up in a place that you don't want to be, and you may not ever come back. Just like he also said too, that he said the cemetery is always hungry and is never satisfied.
Wow.
So that's why we trying to hit him with just that realization. Is that one player is not above another player.
Yeah.
We all the same. We all equal. Is we all unified.
Right.
So we more stronger together than we are apart. That's the team right there.
That is awesome. That is awesome. What does expect to win mean to you?
I'm trying to get my it involves integrity. It involves integrity. It involves in character. It's about giving it your best, giving it 100%, even when you may not be on top of the podium, even when you may not be the #1 athlete in the world.
Right.
It's always giving it your best 100%, no matter what, and that right there is winning.
Right.
So a lot of times people think, well, I got to be a world champion to be a winner.
So I got to come in first.
I got to come in first, or I got to make this team, this NFL roster, to be a winner.
Right.
You still win. As long as you keep trying and you keep putting your best foot forward, you keep pushing forward, you never give up, man, you always winning.
That's it.
But when you don't do that, you can't expect to win. You're going to be the woulda, coulda.
If you don't do anything, you know what the result's going to be.
You know what the result's going to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tyree Washington.
In the house.
This brother, we're going to have him back on and do a whole segment just on him, But tell them about your book, what's coming,
Yeah, so follow me on my social media. I'm at Tyree S. Washington on Instagram, and Tyree S. Washington on Facebook. Make sure you put the S in there. My autobiography is out, Against All Odds. I'm working on my documentary/TV drama series that's been going on for a year. It's going to talk about me being in the part of the biggest doping scandal in U.S. history. It's going to talk about in 2009 that if I would have went to Europe, they was going to murder me. So the book is going to be off the chain, and it relates to anybody and everybody. It doesn't matter if you live in the Hamptons. It don't matter if you live in the ghetto, the projects. It's going to hit everybody.
Well, we want to get a copy for Expect to Win.
Yes, most definitely.
And we want to get a copy to give to one of the student athletes
most
as
definitely.
well.
It's for the student athletes.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Mr. Tyree Washington. Expect to Win Experience Talk Show.
Hey, it's Madison Chase with Expect to Win, and I'm here with none other than the supermodel, actor, producer, fashionista, Eamon Joseph. You've been in a bunch of stuff. Catch everybody up, because I know, but they don't know. So catch everybody up.
I'm not going to throw that resume out. What I'm going to do is age me, but you definitely can check. You can definitely check out Snowfall coming up February 23rd, 2022. 22.
Now, Eamon, real quick, Expect to Win. When you started in this game of acting, did you expect to win the way that you're winning now?
Yes. And I expect to win greater than I'm winning already. I always put a goal and a vision in front of me, God in front of me, and then I let life come to me and let it be as miraculous as it is, So I always have a vision and a goal placed way ahead of what my expectations are. It's humbling as well, so it keeps me humble to know that I'm not where I want to be, and to be grateful where I'm at, and to keep looking forward,
So Expect to Win is a show where we highlight college and high school athletes. Were you a college or high school athlete?
I was a high school athlete.
Okay.
Yeah, I ran track, played baseball, played basketball. But I wasn't good enough to make it to the next level, or to really. Matter of fact, I might have even made it to the next level, but I knew it wasn't going to be. I wasn't going to be able to sustain a career as an athlete.
Right.
But being an athlete helped me with discipline.
Yep,
it helped
that's
me
where I was
learn. Team
Yep.
environments,
Yes.
and there's a discipline that I still, I have to use that same discipline to stay in shape.
Yeah.
Have to use that same discipline to
learn
get
your
over
lines.
depression.
Yeah, and be on
the
set.
lines, everything,
Yeah.
and it's very much a collaboration, the filmmaking process. So even on that front, a lot of playing sports early helped.
Yes. So I know vitamin D.
Definitely. Folks, it is 95 degrees in Los Angeles in February.
Oh my goodness.
In one way right now, the sun is cooking.
Yes. Last question. If you had to give advice to your younger self, the top 3 things that you would tell.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull 3, but what's coming to my mind is just stay course, man. Keep your head down, smile wide, stride wide. It's gonna be all right. When I was younger, I thought I needed things microwaved, and the truth is, to have a beautiful life is to have a long, enduring life and legacy, and that means a marathon. So it's okay to be where you are.
Yeah.
God got you where you are so that you can experience that, and that vast experience helps later on. It's hard to accept that when you're younger, because you think you know it, and you do know it. But and the other thing would probably be probably in connection to that is be light on yourself.
Yeah, give yourself grace.
Give yourself grace. You can't give yourself grace. God gives all grace, but at least if you give yourself grace, you'll be able to give it to other people, and you're gonna need that. It's part of what makes you you. To give yourself grace and allow yourself to make some mistakes and not be so hard on yourself.
Well, you heard it first. Expect to win. Eamon Joseph, catch him on Snowfall, February 23rd. Don't miss it. Expect to win. We're here on Saturdays. I'm Madison Chase, and James Thomas is the co-host.
All right. Wow. I love that show. Our Super Bowl edition of the Expect to Win experience. So next week we'll be back to our regular format. But please, if you enjoyed the show, send us a comment. Let me know and what you think. And love to hear from you. That was a very good show. Share it with somebody. Let's see if we can get, a thousand, a couple of thousand, or 10,000, 100,000 views on this show. All right. So that's our show for tonight. Thank you. Please subscribe to Expect to Win TV. Check us out Saturdays at 7 p.m. live from Los Angeles. Next week, we'll be back with the regular format, interviewing an outstanding student athlete. And let us know what you like to see here on Expect to Win Experience. All right. So once again, for my co-host, Madison Chase, I am Coach Thomas, and this has been the Expect to Win Experience Talk Show. What a show. Check us out Saturdays, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. God bless you all, and always in everything you do, expect to win.